I'm your number one fan.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
My mom and dad.
I see dead people.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to Killer Cuties podcast.
Hell yeah.
It's a special episode.
Yeah, for two reasons.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
Well, the first reason is it's our 150th episode.
Let's go.
Woo, woo, woo. Crazy. 3 years.
Yeah, very cool.
Mm-hmm. Quite the commitment.
Truly.
What's the second reason? You tell him.
The second reason is this is our last episode of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're going to take a little 2-week hiatus for the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's clean too, you know? End on 150.
Yeah.
2026. 151 and beyond.
Agreed. Mm-hmm.
Glad you agree.
Thanks.
Since, we already decided, so
yeah.
Too late if you don't.
It was my idea.
That'd be crazy if live recording you decided, actually, no.
Yeah. We don't have to do that. No, we'll see you back in January. But first, we're here to talk about two films, Poltergeist and Poltergeist.
Exactly.
But first,
before you even think about hearing about Poltergeist and Poltergeist.
Yeah. I've got news. You've got new movies.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Fun stuff. Get us started, Katie.
Okay, I'm going to talk for a really long time. I hope you like it.
I always like it when you talk for a long time.
Thank you. It was a big year for horror, and now that the Golden Globe noms were officially announced, we can look back and reflect on just how big of a year it was. I've got all of the horror nominations right here.
Sex.
To kick it off, Frankenstein and Sinners were both nominated for Best Motion Picture Drama. Sinners, Weapons, and K-Pop Demon Hunters were all nominated for Cinematic and Box Office Achievement. Oscar Isaac of Frankenstein and Michael B. Jordan of Sinners were both nominated for Best Performance by a Male Actor Drama. Amy Madigan was nominated for Best Supporting Actress in any motion picture for her role in Weapons. Jacob Elordi was nominated for Best Supporting Actor in Frankenstein, which is crazy because that was definitely a starring role. That feels off to me, but he got supporting. Ryan Coogler and GDT were both nominated for Best Director for Sinners and Frankenstein, respectively. Coogler was also nominated for Best Screenplay with Sinners. Alex Desplat was nominated for Best Original Score for a Motion Picture for Frankenstein, as well as Ludwig Göransson for Sinners. I Lied to You, the song from Sinners, was nominated for Best Original Song. It's up against Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters, though, so good luck. And we're still cooking. Bella Ramsey was nominated for Best TV Actress Drama for The Last of Us, and Jenna Ortega for Comedy Musical for Wednesday, obviously. Black Mirror was nominated for Best Limited Anthology or TV Motion Picture, for which Rashida Jones and Paul Giamatti were also nominated as Best Actress/Actor. And finally, Charlie Hunnam was nominated for Best Actor for his role in Monster, the Ed Gein Story. Lots. Big year.
It was. It's crazy how, I Lied to You should win. One of the best songs I've ever heard in my whole life. No offense, K-Pop Demon Hunters was great. Loved it. But
yeah,
just in my mind, no competition. But what's also funny is that I don't even think that that's the best song from Sinners, and I don't think Golden's the best song from K-Pop Demon Hunters. So
I agree.
Commercially successful, yes. But
yeah,
Last Time I Seen the Sun is always going to be my favorite from Sinners.
Good one. Yep.
So good.
Yeah. I think, looking at this list, I think K-pop has a good chance to win the box office achievement, cinematic and box office achievement. I think Amy Madigan for weapons. And then everything else is a toss-up between Sinners and Frankenstein.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the full list to see. Because those you just mentioned, like, the horror movies that were nominated, not all of the
Just
nominees.
horror.
So
Yeah, fair.
I feel like I'd have to look at everything.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want a Sinner sweep, but
Of
do
course.
I think that anybody's actually going to give it to them? Who's to say?
Probably not. 2 more little newses from me. 28 years later, The Bone Temple comes out next month, as you're about to tell us. As a reminder, it was filmed consecutively with 28 years later. Well, the 3rd installment of the new trilogy has had some movement. Alex Garland is obviously writing the script, and Cillian Murphy is in talks to return for the 3rd and final Years film. Danny Boyle directed the 1st installment. Nia DaCosta directed the 2nd. Boyle has expressed interest in rounding it out by directing the 3rd, but that hasn't been confirmed yet. He's just said that he wants to. I still haven't seen yours. I heard it was very good, and I know Nia DaCosta is good, so I can imagine the 2nd one will be good too. But you really can't lose with this 3rd one as long as one of the 2 of them comes back for it, and especially if Cillian comes back.
Yeah, it's interesting that they did the first 2 back to back, but then not the 3rd.
Yeah. Maybe it's more of a consecutive story.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, and then everybody in those 2 dies, and they have no choice but to bring back Cillian because he's the last man on Earth.
Wow.
Yeah. Hire me to write it. Just kidding.
Mr. Garland.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
He's probably already done writing it. Anyway. For the upcoming winter holidays, we've found some things to bring you some holiday fear. Get it? Like cheer? Holiday?
Oh, yeah.
Holiday fear.
No, that's good, yeah.
Thank you. If you need something to watch, Nicolas Cage's Jesus horror movie, The Carpenter's Son, is now available on Apple TV and Prime Video. If you need something to gift, Lionsgate launched a Saw holiday merch collection featuring a festive Billy on various ornaments, shirts, and hoodies. It's very cutesy. If you need help getting into the holiday spirit, the newest Yule log is now available on Prime Video and YouTube. It's called Fallout the Ghoul Log and features festive music, the Ghoul, CX404, and Mr. New Vegas against the cozy glow of a man's burning arm.
Wow.
And then finally, if you need something to look forward to, don't forget that the Robert Eggers Christmas Carol project is in the works, and it has officially been confirmed that Willem Dafoe is going to play Scrooge.
That checks out.
I
would like the Billy ornament.
Yeah, they're cute. They're super cute. He's like sitting like Santa in front of a tree with presents and his bike.
Yeah, love that. Very cute.
All right. I'll pass it to you. I've done enough talking.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about the January 2026, holy shit, new movies.
Yeah, I can't believe this year is already over. It's crazy. Time flies, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, since we are taking a little hiatus for the holidays, I'm going to tell you about January new movies now, so you can prepare yourselves
for disappointment. Probably.
Well,
statistically, historically.
Most likely. I'm not going to get my hopes up, I'll say that.
Yeah.
On January 2nd, we're getting We Bury the Dead. After a catastrophic military disaster, the dead don't just rise, they hunt. The military insists they are harmless and slow-moving, offering hope to grieving families. But when Ava, played by Daisy Ridley, enters a quarantine zone searching for her missing husband, she uncovers the horrifying truth. The undead are growing more violent, more restless, and more dangerous with every passing hour.
You lost me at military, but you got me back a little bit at Daisy Ridley and Undead.
There we go. Military, got it. In my mind, I corrected to zombie, and then you said undead, and so I was like, wait, I lost you at zombie and then got you back with undead? That's crazy. But yeah. I just wasn't, I blacked out when I said military, and then you said it again, and then
Yeah. That's how uninterested we are in military movies, with the exception of one. Pearl Harbor.
Well, one of us, yeah.
Josh Hartnett, no? Doesn't do it for you in The Parachute Hanger?
Yeah, that was my sexual awakening as a child. But I haven't seen that movie since I was 9 years old, so there's no telling if I would still feel that way.
Yeah.
For him, probably.
Yeah.
Very good looking man. All right, on January 9th, we are getting Primate, a college student. Yeah, a college student and her friends find themselves in a fight for their lives when a rabid chimpanzee goes on a violent rampage.
Well, that's not the best synopsis.
That's what they said.
Is it rabid? It's a pet.
Yeah, but why is it attacking Katie if not for the rabies?
Because it's a sentient being. It knows it deserves more than being at home using a tablet to communicate with people.
Yeah, that's so true, actually. There are plenty of chimpanzees that have been had as pets and did attack because they shouldn't be pets.
Yeah. Thank God Jane Goodall's not around to see this. Villainizing chimpanzees. She'd be disgusted.
Yeah. They're jawsing the chimpanzees, Katie.
Oh my God. Honestly, if that's what it takes for us to get serious about conservation, so be it.
So be it. We must have a Jaws for every animal that needs protection.
Yep.
All right. Also on the 9th, we are getting Sleepwalker. Haunted by terrifying visions, a young woman's sleepwalking episodes begin to intensify, accelerating her descent into darkness. This stars Hayden Panettiere.
Oh.
It started excited, and then I feel like by the end of that, it wasn't as excited anymore.
Well, I just don't feel like she's been in a lot of hits, you know?
Scream 4
Was a film.
It was a movie.
Was it a good one?
It was a hit in my heart.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, the Scream franchise. All right. On the 16th, we are getting the movie Katie mentioned, 28 years later, The Bone Temple. This is the only reason why I'm a little, I don't know. Because I did like 28 years later.
Nia
Some
DaCosta.
people didn't. I liked it.
And this one's Nia
Who's to
DaCosta.
say?
She's great.
This one is Nia DaCosta. Anyways, in a continuation of the epic story, Dr. Kelson finds himself in a shocking new relationship, and Spike's encounter with Jimmy Crystal becomes a nightmare he can't escape. In the world of the Bone Temple, the infected are no longer the greatest threat to survival. The inhumanity of the survivors can be stranger and more terrifying. Which, by the way, that's just 28 years later. That's literally the 28 days, weeks, years franchise has always been about people being more terrifying than the zombies. That's kind of the whole vibe.
Yeah.
So.
Also, I don't know any of those characters, so like, why is your synopsis not you? The synopsis. Ooh, these characters are back, and this character is back. I don't know.
Because most people who are going to watch it have seen the first one.
Yeah.
You don't know because you didn't watch it, but the synopsis is for people who have. So.
I wish to watch it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't, watch Poltergeist 2 and be like, who are the Freelings? Why are they telling me about them? Because you should know if you're going.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, also on the 16th, we are getting Night Patrol. An LAPD officer must put aside his differences with the area's street gangs when he discovers a local police task force is harboring a horrific secret that endangers the residents of the housing projects he grew up in. This stars Justin Long.
Oh, Scream King.
Yeah, he kind of lost me at Coyotes because they used AI, and now he's in a cop movie, so you're losing me, Justin Long. I think he plays the officer, yeah. The main character.
Also, the title is too similar to Night Swim. I already have PTSD.
Yes. Everything that happens at night gets released in January.
I guess so.
Yeah. Finally, on the 16th, we're getting a Leave when architect Jesse Hughes finds a new opportunity with his job that lands him in Florida. He's terrifying, by the way. Florida.
Yeah.
Scary.
Horror already.
I know. They've got me. He uproots his wife and their 2 kids to an old house in the countryside in the middle of nowhere. I don't know Florida that well, but I don't imagine countrysides in Florida, but that's just me. Anyways, he's trying to piece back together an almost broken marriage, but Jesse later finds out that sometimes a change is not always the best solution when they get some unexpected visitors in their new home.
That's just the synopsis for Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Well, can't be any worse than the 2015 version. Spoiler alert.
There's no spoiler needed. Nobody liked that movie ever.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more. One on the 23rd, we are getting Return to Silent Hill. When a mysterious... Yeah. Look at this. Trashuary being redeemed. One movie at a time. Yeah, I'll hold my horses. I'm sorry.
Not hopeful.
Yeah. I apologize.
Thank you.
When a mysterious letter calls him back to Silent Hill in search of his lost love, James finds a once recognizable town and encounters terrifying figures both familiar and new, and begins to question his own sanity.
Familiar. You think Pee-Pee Head's going to be in it?
One can only hope.
Yeah, of course he will be.
I can't imagine them doing anything Silent Hill without Pee-Pee Head. I know that there's games that don't involve him, but he just feels so synonymous with Silent Hill to me.
Yeah. And the nurse.
Yeah, you got to give the people what they want.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last one. January 30th. My other slim hope for January. Mm-hmm. Send help. Oh, yeah. A woman and her overbearing boss become stranded on a deserted island after a plane crash. They must overcome past grievances and work together to survive, but ultimately it's a battle of wills and wits to make it out alive. And this stars Rachel McAdams and my love of my life, Dylan O'Brien. So
it could be good.
It could be good, but listen, if I think an actor's hot, I'll probably watch everything they're in, just because, I've watched a lot of clunkers for some hotties, is what I said once, and I stand by that, and I will continue to watch clunkers for hotties.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I've liked most of his movies, but he's had some clunkers. Is this going to be one of them? Maybe, but I really hope not.
Rachel McAdams is good.
Yeah, she's great. I have faith that even if the movie itself is not good, the performances are going to be great.
Yeah.
That I think we can.
That's half the
lean
battle.
into. True. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Some opportunities for January to not be terrible.
Yeah. Some little nuggets of hope.
Yeah. Are we going to see all of them? Which one are we going to talk about?
We're not going to see all of them, probably.
Yeah, probably not. Are you going to see all of them?
Maybe.
Worth a shot.
I'm going to try to see at least half.
Yeah, it's only 4. 1 a week, you got it.
Yeah, easy.
Okay, well, great. Thanks.
You're so welcome.
I am genuinely looking forward to a couple of those.
Same.
Well, should we kick off this sode?
Let's do it, Katie.
20 minutes in? 21 minutes in?
21 minutes in. Let's kick off the sode.
Okay, well, first we're going to talk about Poltergeist. 1982. The original Poltergeist is a 1982 supernatural horror film written by Steven Spielberg, Michael Graw, and Mark Victor, and is directed by Tobe Hooper. It stars Craig T. Nelson, Jo Beth Williams, and Heather O'Rourke. Strange and creepy happenings beset an average California family, the Freelings, when ghosts commune with them through their television set. Initially friendly and playful, the spirits turn unexpectedly menacing, and when young Carol Ann goes missing, parents Steve and Diane turn to a parapsychologist and exorcist for help. This version had a $10.7 million budget and made about $77 million at the box office. It was a critical success. It has a 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb, a 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and an 88% critics and 79% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Nice.
Yeah. It was a movie.
It sure was. Should I just rapid fire some of its successes?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. The movie's line, "They're here," was voted as the 69th, nice, movie quote by the AFI. The film was selected by the New York Times as one of the best 1,000 movies ever made. It's included among the AFI's 2001 list of the top 100 most heart-pounding American movies. in my mind, I was thinking like, oh, 2001 moments, but it came out in 2001 and it's 100 moments. That was confusing in my
Yeah.
brain, and now I just learned how to read.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
It is,
Glad we could be here for that with you.
yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad to have the support of my closest friends and listeners while I sorted that out. It is the most commercially successful of the Poltergeist trilogy, and also the remake, which they didn't include, but Poltergeist special effects and score were both nominated for Oscars, but they lost to E.T., which we'll probably talk about E.T. a ton in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And in the year since it's released, it's been recognized as a horror classic. It was nominated again for 3 Academy Awards. It was named the Chicago Film Critic Association's as its 20th scariest film ever made, and a scene made Bravo's 100 Scariest Movie Moments as well. It also appeared as number 84 on the AFI's 100 Years, 100 Thrills list.
Yeah.
It's classic. It's done a lot.
Mm-hmm. All of those things.
All of them.
I was definitely surprised by the PG rating.
Mm-hmm.
It was originally given an R rating by the MPA because of children in peril.
Yeah.
But it was lowered to PG because there was not at the time PG-13 rating.
Mm-hmm.
In hindsight, it's widely believed to have, it should have been a PG-13 had there been a PG-13.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that happens a lot with older horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're rated PG even though they shouldn't be. But
Yeah.
again, they're not ours, so it's like, if there wasn't an option for the in-between, you'd think they would have thought of the in-between much earlier than they did, though.
Yeah, between PG and R is a huge jump.
Either for kids or not for kids. Those are the only 2 options.
Yeah. Originally, Steven Spielberg wanted a PG rating so that the film could run as a double feature in theaters with E.T., his other film that came out that same year. The screenwriters were plotting out the screenplay, and Carol Ann was going to be killed in the first act and then haunt the house in the second. They eventually decided that was too dark, took out a whole bunch of stuff, and that's what we're given today. The only death in the entire movie is the bird. Crazy.
Yeah, rip the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, Time Magazine and Newsweek tagged the summer of 1982 as the Spielberg summer because this and E.T. were both coming out. They also were filming them like 20 minutes away from each other. Spielberg was just on both at once, I think, for a while there.
Yeah, there was
Running
even
back and forth.
there was even some like discourse as to whether Spielberg was more of a director than he was a producer on Poltergeist.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a clause in his contract for E.T. that he could not be taking on multiple directors' projects at a time so that he could focus on E.T. So he offered my brain just stopped working. He offered the directing credit to Tobe Hooper. Yeah,
which I think he originally offered for him to direct E.T. and he declined. And so he gave him Poltergeist instead. And what's interesting about the whole controversy is that it feels like the 2 of them agree that they just worked on this movie together, and there doesn't seem to be any hostility between Hooper and Spielberg.
Yeah, no.
And then everyone else was just like arguing about who directed it. And it's like, I don't think they care. Like, they just worked on this movie, and yeah, Spielberg was probably a little bit more involved than a producer usually is, but like, they both seem in agreement that Hooper directed most of it. So I don't know.
Yeah, there was a whole like investigation about it, and
which they concluded there wasn't enough evidence to make him a co-director. Yeah. But yeah, it's weird that like Hooper didn't ask for the investigation to happen. Like, it didn't seem like either director, I guess, well, director or producer really had an issue with how it all came to be, but this controversy kind of happened afterwards, which, I don't know, it just seems so weird to me. Usually you'd expect this to happen if, like, the director or the producer wanted a different credit or felt someone overstepped or something like that, but it doesn't seem like that happened. So it's just such a weird quote unquote controversy to me where I'm like, the people involved don't care. Why does anybody else?
Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spielberg hired Hooper after being impressed, obviously, by Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974 and The Funhouse from 1981. Drew Barrymore was considered for the role of Carol Ann, but she wasn't quite what Spielberg was imagining. He was imagining someone a little bit more angelic. But Drew's audition for Poltergeist is actually what landed her the part of Gertie in E.T. Cute.
Yeah. I always think that that's cute when someone auditions for one movie and the director's like, no, but I have this other thing that I want to put you in.
Yeah, right?
It's nice.
Mm-hmm. Really kicked off her career, too.
Yeah.
Can you imagine turning down E.T.?
No.
I know, right?
Why would you?
Some people didn't do E.T. and did do this also.
Yeah. I could imagine, like, if Spielberg was like, hey, I got these two movies, which do you want to work on? I might pick the horror movie.
Yeah. That's unsurprising, though.
Yeah. It's just more my vibe. But I also don't think, like, being in this over E.T., yeah, probably E.T.'s a little bit more recognized and well-known, but, like, this is still a very iconic movie, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like that was a no-lose situation. No matter which you choose, you were kind of set.
Yeah.
Heather O'Rourke got the part of Carol Ann, and she was chosen for the film while she was eating lunch with her mother. And Spielberg basically just saw her, came up to her and was like, hey, I want you to be in my movie. And then she did a test screening, which she completely failed because she kept laughing through it.
Oh, no.
And Spielberg was like, okay, maybe she's a little too young and she can't do this. So he told her to get a scary book and come back. And then in her second audition, he asked her to scream, and she just started like screaming and screaming, and apparently she screamed so much she started crying, and then she got the audition. I know, I'm like, that's kind of sad, but
poor thing.
Yeah. She got the part, though.
Stephen King was approached to write the screenplay at one point.
He was.
Yeah, it would have been his first time writing directly for the screen as opposed to writing a book first and then that being adapted.
Mm-hmm.
But they couldn't agree to terms.
Yeah, which is weird because elsewhere I read that it was a scheduling conflict. So I'm like, what is the truth?
Well, that could be part of the terms. The terms are you need to be here this day to this day.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I do have those occasionally. Not often.
Every once in a while.
Yeah. Also, Susan Sarandon was considered for the role of Diane Freeling, the mom, but turned it down. Sad for her.
Shirley MacLaine was also offered and turned it down.
Oh.
Yeah. She said she objected to the terrorization of children.
Well, yeah, they do that. There do be a lot of children being terrorized.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about the curse?
If we have to.
You don't believe in curses, but the evidence is against you.
No, it's not. This is the same argument we had during our episode of The Omen. Horror movies just take advantage of real life sad situations, and it's despicable.
Well, real life sad situations don't happen after you make a comedy film.
Yes, they do. They just don't put them in the IMDb fun facts because it's not as interesting.
Well, anyway, a bunch of people died. A bunch of people had supernatural experiences. Where should we start?
You take it away, man.
All right. Dominique Dunn, who plays Dana, the daughter. Lots of D words.
Mm-hmm.
This was the only opportunity she had for a theatrically released film because she was murdered 4 months after the film came out by her ex-boyfriend. Very sad. Her brother, to this day, acts... You want me to keep going? I'll do more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's it? That's the curse.
No, there's a lot. Lou Perryman, who played Pugsley, the construction worker that is always having banter with the family, was also murdered in real life, but not until 2009. So the curse was
Obviously.
delayed.
Yeah, obviously it had to do
It
with
works
this.
sometimes, yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. And then Heather O'Rourke died of cardiac arrest and septic shock in 1988 at the age of 12 after some complications with a bowel obstruction. Sort of a premonitory fact, perhaps, is that Robbie has a poster in his room for Super Bowl XXII. Is that 22?
Mm-hmm.
We'll say it is. If it's not, correct us in the comments. Which wouldn't take place for another 6 years from the time of the film. And Heather died the day after that Super Bowl, which coincidentally also played in California. Those are all the deaths. Sad.
Yeah.
It's no Glee curse, but still sad. Tell them about the paranormal occurrences.
I deleted everything about the curse because I
Why?
don't care. Because it's just marketing. Well, not the deaths. The deaths are not marketing, but I feel like that's just people taking advantage of like the horror movie. Like nobody says Almost Famous was cursed because Chris Farley died after it. You know what I mean? Like it's just because it was a comedy movie, so it doesn't happen.
Is that the only death that happened?
I don't know. Nobody looks into it because it's not a horror movie.
Well, if it
I'm
was
sure
more than one,
people died 30 years later, like the guy in 2009.
Glee isn't a horror movie.
Yeah, that's true. But that's just because they
is
were all
cursed.
very young. I think that's just showbiz, but...
Well, I'll tell them about the supernatural occurrences then.
Yeah, the supernatural occurrences, I don't believe in it, and I just think they're just like, they're trying to sell a movie, and it's much cooler to sell a haunted house movie if you tell everybody that the house was haunted.
Yeah. I mean, that is the point.
Yeah.
Of the film.
Exactly.
I also don't think marketing was as advanced as you think it was back then.
I think it was.
No.
Yeah.
We were so dumb in the 80s.
Who's we? I wasn't alive.
We as a society. And somehow we've just gotten dumber.
Yeah, we had an uptick there and then we crashed right back down.
Yeah. Jo Beth Williams, who played Diane, the mom, says that she had a supernatural experience during filming. Whenever she would come home, the pictures on her walls were always crooked, and every time she fixed them, they would just hang crooked again. So she attributed that to the spirits. Very strange. Like, that's kind of how pictures work. Sometimes they get crooked. And
she's like, I hung a picture unevenly, and it's pissing me off, so clearly my house is haunted.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then Zelda Rubinstein also had an experience when a vision of her dog saying goodbye to her. She had this vision of her dog saying bye. And then hours later, her mom called and said her dog died, which is exactly what happened to me with my grandpa. So you're laughing. But that happened to me.
Okay, but seeing a loved one saying goodbye I'm sad that happened for you, but seeing your dog say goodbye is fucking hilarious. Was it talking? Like, I need to know the details. Did it wave? Did it just like walk away? How did it say goodbye? You know? That's what I need. I need details.
Good questions. Excellent
thank
questions.
you.
You should ask Zelda Rubinstein.
I believe she's passed.
She's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll visit me in a dream and tell me.
Wouldn't that be great?
There you go. Do you have more hauntings, or was that?
No, that's it.
That's it.
Is that not enough for you?
For this segment, or like for me to become a believer?
Either.
Definitely enough for the segment, not enough for me to become a believer.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Maybe the next haunted house movie will get me, but
Yeah.
yeah. Couple of cute. I have two fun facts that both have to do with Spielberg helping people through scenes, which I thought were
Oh.
kind of cute.
Yeah, cute.
One, the scene where Heather O'Rourke had to hold the headboard and the wind machine is like blowing the toys in the closet behind her. She was so scared and like freaking out during that part. She started crying, and so Spielberg had to like stop everything and kind of just like took her in his arms and said that she wasn't gonna have to do it again. So
Aww.
I believe what we see is the only thing that they shot for that. And then JoBeth Williams was kind of nervous about doing the swimming pool scene because of all the electrical equipment that's like positioned around the pool. And she's like, obviously, like if any of that falls in, I'm fucked. So Spielberg,
Laugh toaster bath.
yeah, he like got in the pool when they shot the scene so that he's like, hey, if anything falls, like they're killing Steven Spielberg too. So
Yeah.
a little bit of maybe just not having to do it alone would be helpful.
Yeah. Another scene that he got his hands dirty in. The hands that are pulling the flesh of the investigator's face off in the bathroom mirror were Steven's.
Wow.
That's director behavior. I'm just saying. It's not,
A lot
it's
of it
not
is
producer
director behavior.
Yeah.
I agree. I feel like he probably did overstep. But it's just interesting that like it didn't seem like Hooper minded. So that's the part that I think is weird. Do I think Spielberg probably did much more than a producer does? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I think it was as big of a deal as people made it out to be? Probably not, since neither of them seemed to care.
Uh-huh.
The clown puppet.
Yeah.
I think it used to be on display in Planet Hollywood and Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, but as of 2020, Zach Baggins owns it, and it's now in his museum in Las Vegas. So, shout out Zach Baggins.
I'm pretty sure it's Bagans.
Baggins?
P. Shore. P. Shoreman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Damn. Well, Zach, let us know how to say your name, because I've been saying it Baggins my entire life.
Well, he says it in the intro to Ghost Adventures.
Yeah.
That's my second favorite fun fact about this film. Do you want to know my first?
Always.
Heather O'Rourke kept the pet goldfish that Carol Ann has in the film.
She did. Very cute. Going to make a movie, come out with a pet goldfish. It's the dream.
Our prom was under the sea themed, and they bought goldfish as centerpieces for all of the tables. So a lot of people got to go home with goldfish that day, too.
I didn't go to prom.
I shouldn't have.
You know what's funny is that when I didn't go, so many people were like, oh, you know, in 15, 20 years, you're going to regret not going. I've never regretted it, but almost everybody I know who went to prom regrets going to prom. So
fair.
I do think that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I liked some of the fun facts for how they did some of the special effects because they didn't really feel like fun facts to me. It was like, yeah, of course they just used a wire to pull the chair across the room. Like that's
Yeah.
It's like, how did they get the stake to move? It was just wire. They just used wire. Same way they did the chair. I thought that was very funny that people felt that was like, you'll never believe how they did this. But one interesting kind of fun fact, which again, you kind of figure it's how they did it, but the time frame that they had was impressive. The shot of all the chairs that positioned themselves in like the balancing act on the table, that was all done in one take, and they basically had the chairs already like glued together in that formation, and basically as the camera panned along with JoBeth Williams, the crew just had to very, very quickly move all of the chairs that were already there and then set that there, and they only had 7 seconds to get that done. So kind of a tight little panning time frame to do it, but I think that's fun.
Yeah, I like that one. Super cute. Another effects, more of a snafu than a fun fact. when Robbie's being strangled, the clown's arms were actually very tight around his neck, and he was actually being choked. He screamed that he couldn't breathe, and everybody just thought that he was ad-libbing because he was supposed to be not able to breathe.
Yeah.
But supposedly Steven Spielberg saw that the actor's face was turning purple on the video monitor, so he ran over and removed the clown off of him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and the actor still, to this day, has maintained that he probably would have died if Spielberg had not saved him.
I feel like when he passed out, they would have noticed.
Sometimes you pass out and it's just too late. The damage has been done.
That's true. Gotta have a safe word on sets. You gotta start shouting some weird shit, turn the camera off, you know? That's what you gotta shout. And they know you're telling the truth.
Yeah, yep.
One of my dumbest fun facts about this movie is that when Diane is explaining to Steven the feeling you get when the spirit like pulls you across the floor, the scene kind of jumps mid-sentence to Diane and Steven on their neighbor's doorstep. And originally the line was that Steven like said something about hating Pizza Hut, and so they just cut it out because Pizza Hut took offense to that, and so they didn't leave that in.
That's crazy.
It's kind of funny.
Never eating at Pizza Hut again.
Yeah, how dare they? Pizza's ass.
Mm-hmm.
No one out pizzas the Hut. Almost every pizza out pizzas the Hut.
Yeah, it's a low bar.
It's so low. Their cheese tastes like plastic. It's all a cheese issue. I've thought about this for a long... Well, no, the crust is not good either. It's half air and half grease. Breadsticks? That's where you shine. Everything else? Ass.
We're a Domino's family. Can't beat the $6.99 deal.
You just can't.
You really can't. And they have good dessert. I like their balls. Their cinnamon sugar balls.
Who doesn't love some good balls? Well, do you have any other fun facts about the original before we take 5 minutes to talk about the remake?
Yeah, we're going to plow through this
remake. We're just going to bulldoze right on through.
We're going to give it proportionally as many fun facts as it is historically relevant.
Yeah, we're going to give it exactly what it deserves.
None from me. How about you?
Nope, I'm good to move on.
All right, give us a summary.
Alrighty. The 2015 remake, basically the exact same plot. A family whose suburban home is haunted by evil forces must come together to rescue their youngest daughter after the apparitions take her captive. They didn't take a lot of liberties with this. It's directed by Gil Keenan. The screenplay is by David Lindsay-Abaire. It's based on, obviously, the original Poltergeist. It stars Sam Rockwell and Rosemary DeWitt. It had a budget of $35 million. It made about $95.4 million at the box office. It currently has a 4.9 out of 10 on IMDb, a 2.1 out of 5 on Letterboxd, a 29% critics, and a 22% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yikes.
Abysmal.
Yeah, it was painful to watch.
Yeah.
Honestly. Compared to the other. I feel like the other one really sort of pushed the boundaries of what was technically possible at the time. Which, maybe that doesn't land so much now, but the 2015 version just, like, didn't try anything, you know?
Yeah, it didn't improve on anything, and it didn't do anything different enough for it to be interesting. Which I feel like are kind of the two components of when a remake's good. It either has to improve on something or take it in a new direction, and it didn't do either of those things. So...
yeah. I wanted it to have, like, the tone of Arrival. And, like, the editing and, like, the vibes. You know what I mean? Like, dark and, like, lots of grief from the mom.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah. We didn't get that. We got
this.
Something.
Yeah, it's just kind of a... Honestly, like, it kind of felt like Night Swim. But it was a TV instead of a pool, you know? It was that quality level.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, which is sad because I feel like the people in it, I've seen them give good performances, but like in this one, like I didn't find Sam Rockwell to be good in this, which is crazy because he's been excellent in other films.
I don't remember anybody from anything else.
You don't know Sam Rockwell?
No.
Or Rosemary DeWitt?
Rosemary DeWitt's name sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you what I've seen her in.
You don't know Nicholas Braun, aka the guy that glows from Sky High? How dare you?
I don't remember a damn thing about that movie.
Sky High?
Yeah, no.
Top 5 best superhero movies of all time.
I believe you.
Thank you. I'm saying that unironically too. I know I don't have a lot of credit because I love Batman and Robin 1997, but I will also defend that with my life, so here we are.
Choices, everybody makes them.
Yeah. Anyways, I've seen Nicholas Braun do great. I mean, he was in Succession. He was in that, and he was great in that. I've seen Rosemary DeWitt in things, and she's been good. I've seen Sam Rockwell be good in things, and in this movie, it was just like, oh god, did they just realize and just kind of phone it in? Because I probably would.
Yikes.
Yeah. Rosemary DeWitt wanted to do this movie because she saw like how hyped people got at The Conjuring, which she went to because she's married to Ron Livingston. Shout out Iowa.
Oh, he's from Iowa?
Yeah. I feel like if people listen to the episode we did on The Conjuring, they probably remember me telling this story. But he is from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I was friends with his cousin's daughter.
Wow.
Yeah. I went over to the Livingston house quite often, and he was going to be in town for Christmas one year. And my friend said, you should come over, because she knew at the time I wanted to be an actor more than I wanted to breathe. And she was like, you should come over, like Ron Livingston's going to be there. And so I told my mom, hey, I got to go to the Livingstons on Christmas. And my mom said, no, we're going to Grandma's. And so I never got to meet him.
Big bummer.
Yeah.
I bet you hate that grandma.
Shout out to my grandma. No, she's fine. It wasn't her fault. It was obviously my mom.
You hate her? Is that what you're saying?
No, I love my mom so much. I also would not have let my 12-year-old daughter go to her friend's house on Christmas. But who knows where we could be if Ron Livingston connected me to his agent at 12 years old. Could have been telling a different story here.
Yeah, we would not be on the 150th episode of this podcast.
No. I'd be doing the 2015 remake of Poltergeist.
Tom Cruise and Richard Armitage were considered for the role of Eric in the 2015 remake of Poltergeist, 1982 movie.
What?
I was just completing my thought.
Got it. I confused my brain for a second. Yeah, once again, the director said that the house that they filmed in was haunted. It's crazy. It's almost like its own marketing ploy.
In 2015, yes, it is a marketing ploy. In 1982, they weren't that smart yet.
I don't think you're giving enough credit. They were pulling the whole Texas Chainsaws based on a true story. They knew what they were doing. That was almost 10 years prior.
Gil Keenan, the director, also stated that he hoped for a curse. He said that he signed on to the film in hopes that something horrific would happen to him, according to an interview we did with Dread Central.
He hoped something horrific happened to him?
Yeah, he hoped something horrific would happen to him by signing on to create a Poltergeist movie. He wanted there to be a curse. Oh, God.
He made a shit film.
So fair.
Best evidence for a curse I've seen. That's just, I don't know. That strikes me as like such a weird thing to say when like the curse is mainly about people who died.
Yeah, not especially tactful, but...
Yeah, especially when one of them was a 12-year-old. Feels a little slimy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
Kill him.
Nope, legally, we're not going to do that. I don't have a lot more for this. If I'm being honest, it's just it's not a good movie. It's not a lot of good fun facts. But I did think it was interesting that they sold a lot of the, like, almost half of the costumes and props to fans, and I think like one particular fan got most of them, and they live in England. So before it even came out, they sold everything, recouping their losses before they even started. They knew.
Yeah. Yeah, with that one fan, they single-handedly gave out props to 90% of their audience.
That's the sad thing, though, is that it still made like $95 million. That's a lot.
I think with that kind of film, people
anytime it's like a
just
big franchise,
yeah,
it draws people in, even if it's not good. Look at the Conjuring movie. No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, speak your truth. You hate The Conjuring.
I don't hate the first one. I just don't like the first one. The second one, fine movie. The third one, I vehemently hate. The fourth one, I watched it like a week ago and I couldn't tell you a single thing that happens in it. I think I blacked out.
The one that just came out?
Yeah. It wasn't good. I don't remember anything.
Well, they have another chance at redemption despite saying that they were never going to make another one.
Yeah, they're going to keep making those until they stop making money. And they will never stop making money.
I have a few more fun facts.
Okay, hit me.
Here's another one about the curse. In the 82 version, the brother's name is Robbie, but in this version, they named the brother Griffin. And some people think that that's an homage to Dominique Dunn, who played the eldest sister and then was killed. Her brother's name is Griffin. He's also an actor best known from An American Werewolf in London.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my favorite fun fact about this film, which I'm surprised you didn't say. This is Gil Keenan's second movie about a house that is haunted. His first being Monster House.
Crazy, because Monster House slaps. He can write a haunted house movie. Well, direct a haunted house movie. I don't know if he had anything to do with writing it, but...
Well, and also, I feel like directing an animated film and a live action film are like two different skill sets, so it's not like totally surprising that didn't translate over to live action.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a girl house. I remember that trailer like I saw it for the first time yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So the one thing that you remember in everything, huh?
Yeah. Yep. Is the trailer for Monster House.
Hey, if anything's gonna stick, it should be that.
Yeah. Last thing we'll talk about.
Okay.
The squirrel.
The squirrel.
Yeah. The original storyline for the squirrel was fucking crazy. According to Mr. Keenan, it was more akin to a cheerleading pyramid of several squirrels. His words.
Oh.
His words.
Okay.
But he really wanted to work with a live squirrel and not use CGI to portray the squirrel. So he rewrote and reworked the pieces that the squirrel was in so that it could be a live animal that he worked with. And then they had to change film industry rules in Canada to allow for a squirrel from the United States to enter the country because all of the best squirrels used for acting are from the United States.
First ever squirrel visa. That's crazy.
Yep.
That's a really good fun fact.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought that was great.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's time to rate them.
Hell yeah.
How are we doing this? All at once? Back and forth?
I think all for the OG, all for the remake.
Love it. Let's do it.
Okay.
How scary did you think Poltergeist 1982 was?
I gave it a 0.5 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Supernatural stuff, again, doesn't really scare me, and also it's a little bit dated. Still great, but a little bit dated, so it doesn't really hit for me. What about you?
Sure. I gave it a 1 for Children in Peril.
Of course, yeah. Feels weird to ask after that sentence, but how sexy did you think it was?
Not at all. I gave it
Yeah.
a 0.5 out of 5. Yeah, there was just nothing sexy about it.
I agree. I also gave it a 0.5.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
How fucked up did you think it was?
I gave it a 1 out of 5, just for the children in peril. And I don't think we talked about this, but that's because every other thing ever has talked about it. But I'm pretty sure they used real skeletons for the pool scene because it was cheaper. And so, like, that's a little bit, fucked up. But I think that's a true fact. Maybe I just fucking made that up. That might be a fake fact, but I'm almost
Killer
positive
Cuties
that
fake
that's true.
fact.
I'm pretty sure that's true, but it's just not listed anymore because everybody talks about it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. How fucked up did you think it was?
I only gave it a 0.5 because I didn't think it was at all. And I put the children in peril under the scary category.
That's valid.
Yeah.
Overall, what did you think of the original Poltergeist?
It's not great. It didn't age well in terms of digital effects, and the story has since been overused, but credit needs to be given where it's due. This was the kind of first of its kind. They really went all out with the digital effects in an age where digital effects were really hard to pull off. It has significant historical and cultural value, and it is Steven Spielberg. I think that counts for something. I do really like his movies. Even if he didn't work with John Williams for this one, that's disappointing. I was really looking forward to that. I gave it a 3.5.
We're too in sync, Katie. We're too aligned these days.
I love it.
We gotta have a movie that we fight about again.
No,
I need to
so
feel
validating.
alive.
No.
I also gave this a 3.5. It's one of the classics. Like, I'm not gonna not give it its due for what it did for the genre and for what it did for film overall. I think the digital effects, even though they don't really hold up in today's standard, they are still fun to see. And yeah, it's a good movie. It's not my favorite movie. It's a 3.5.
Yeah. Fair.
All right, let's get to the good things though. That solid remake. Should we switch it up?
Yeah, do it. Hit me.
How scary did you think it was, Katie?
I gave this one a 1.5 for Children in Peril, and it did have some jump scares that got me. Perhaps I was just a tad too jumpy watching this one because I think that they were all pretty predictable and I just didn't predict them. But I gave it a 1.5. How about you?
I gave it a 0.5 as well. It didn't really scare me, but I've been around the block a few times. I can see those jump scares coming a mile away.
Yeah.
Give it 150 more episodes and you'll be right there with me.
I mean, I feel like I'm pretty good at it. I just let my guard down today.
You know what? I like it. I want to learn how to do that more. Because I think it's always more fun when you go into something and let yourself be scared. I think now it's just like reflex to not allow it to happen and to overthink and be like, oh, okay, now this is where I'd put a jump scare.
Mm-hmm.
It's always so much more fun when you just let yourself be in the moment, be a little scared.
Yeah. Beautiful.
2026 resolution. Let myself be scared.
You can do it.
Thank you.
How sexy did you think it was?
0.5. It just wasn't. What about you?
I gave it a 1 for tree hands.
Oh, how could I forget? Yeah. Great. Those did it for you?
A little bit.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they?
It's like my tree beard fantasies.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Little Lord of the Rings reference.
Yeah, I know all about the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. The Lords and the Rings.
All of it. And the kings and the towers and the fellowships.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yep. How fucked up did you think it was?
I gave it a 0.5. This is a PG-13 movie, so not a lot of room for R-rated things to happen. It was sort of on the precipice of being fucked up, especially the drill bit scene, but nothing pushed it over that 0.5. How about you?
I agree. Yeah, nothing too crazy happening here. Run of the mill.
Well, the real question is, what did you think overall?
Yes. Overall, this is a bad remake. It didn't add anything to the universe, to the original, to film. I gave it a 1.5. I think it's a pretty bad movie. It could probably be a 2, but that'd be being generous. And I was in a bad mood, so I rated it a 1.5. What about you?
Well, I would watch this again, like a
Oh,
cozy
okay.
little like romantic, evening in perhaps.
Sure.
I didn't like hate it.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I did not love it. I did not even like it, but I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I just didn't think it was necessary, especially with the tone they gave it. Had it been more of a like 2020s horror film tone, I think it could have been better. Maybe there's an opportunity to try one more time in a couple years. I gave it a 2.
Oh, okay. You acted like you were gonna be all high and mighty. It's half a point, babe.
No, just a 2.
Yeah, and that's valid. I kept going back and forth between a 1.5 and a 2, but then I just thought, no.
Yeah.
And that's where I landed.
Yeah. Out for blood today, are we?
Yeah.
Well, if
All
there was
right.
a movie that deserved it, it would be that one.
It's just not, like, what are we doing? You know?
Yeah, so unnecessary.
Yeah. Anyways, the real question is, would you survive?
Yeah, I think for both films there isn't a lot of adult peril. I am an adult.
Mm-hmm.
So for that reason alone, I think I'm safe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Thank you. How about you?
Yeah, no one dies. It's
Except the bird.
Yep. And I'm not a bird. So I think I live.
Yeah. We're great.
Killing
Easy.
it.
Need more PG-13 movies to really up our survival scores.
It's the haunted house movies. Nobody ever dies in the haunted house movies. Conjuring, nobody dies either.
That's
Amityville,
unfortunate.
they all get out.
How
It's
boring.
crazy. I know. And that's why I say, me v ghosts, I win every time. Collective
leave.
kill count of 0? Give me a break. Why would I be scared of a ghost? Get out of here.
So fair.
Thank you. All right. We have a 2-week break, but when we come back, we're going to be talking about Dog Soldiers. Do you want to tell us what it's about, Katie?
Yeah, I know what this one's about.
You do. You have the general premise.
I do.
Oh, I thought you did. Do you not? Maybe you don't.
No, I think I do.
Okay.
I know it's werewolves.
Okay.
And I think that they are discovered by the United States government and then leveraged by said corrupt government as soldiers in the war in Afghanistan specifically. And I think personally that George W. Bush is featured in the film because it's his war. He started that.
Yeah.
I think.
Well,
With 9/11. Got
it.
Yeah, and we get to learn about some of the dog soldiers. 2 of them. 2 of them.
2.
It
2
focuses on 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's more of them.
Yeah.
But like we get to learn about 2 of them, and one of the 2 dies. The other one gets retired with honors and gets to live his life as a werewolf in his home with his wife.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Now,
Not at all?
Werewolves. But that's given with dog in the title, I think.
Oh, yeah. War in Iraq?
Nope.
Mhm.
But it does take place in 2002, so kind of around the right time.
Okay, yeah, 9/11 did just happen.
Yeah, but not American. This is actually a British film.
Oh, yeah, they didn't care about that.
No. And it's we have actually mentioned this film in our episode about The Descent because it's filmed by the same man, Neil Marshall. And he did The Descent because he did this movie, which was a primarily male ensemble, and he wanted to do a primarily female ensemble, which is why he did The Descent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great.
But yeah, definitely werewolves. Definitely some
Watch.
soldiers.
Watch a bunch of men.
It is
Running around.
Unfortunately a bunch of men, but you know.
Trying to be dogs.
Yep.
Great. Sounds riveting.
I can't wait for you to see it.
I'm excited. It's about time we did a werewolf movie.
Yeah, it's been a while.
What was the last one? The one with Amy Adams?
Oh my god, I forgot about Night Bitch.
Another clunker with the word night in it. That's the real curse. Don't name your film with the word night in it.
Now I have to think of all the movies I've ever seen with night in it. No, I can think of a good one. I'll put it on our list.
What is it? Tell me. I'll forget.
It's called The Night House. And I did like it. But you'll forget about that by the time we get there.
I didn't even hear you.
Great. All right, cool.
Happy 150th anniversary.
Happy...
Or episode.
Yeah.
Not anniversary.
Damn. 150th episode complete. We did it. Thank you guys so much for listening. No matter where you joined us on our journey, we're glad that you've stuck around, and we appreciate the support.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to like and subscribe.
Please do.
What should they let us know in the comments, Katie?
Yeah, comment below what movie we should do next year.
Yeah, give us some suggestions. We love suggestions.
Yeah, we do.
Let us know if there's one we haven't seen and you guys want to hear about it. Other than that, we hope you guys have a very happy holiday season. Reminder again, we'll be gone for 2 weeks, and then we will see you guys back here in January.
First Tuesday in January. See you then.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye!